Hi Professor, my name is Monishan and my Seneca student ID is mchand8. So I'm gonna show you how I did the lab 17, which is basically managing Active Directory and SQL replication. So for on this lab, it has like five exercises. So before I begin, I use the RWDC VM and storage VM throughout the lab. For the exercise 17.1, it was demoting a domain controller. So on this exercise, I'll be removing the editum.com domain that we created earlier. So we can use storage one as a second domain controller for the my Seneca ID.com domain, which is mchand8.com. So I'll show you how I did that. So for that, I will go to my snapshot. So, I'll go to my snapshot manager and I'll go to 17.1. On here, when I go to 17.1, as you can see, when I demote, yeah, so I'm demoting the editor.com from storage 1 pm and it will take some time. Oh, so it's on a demotion process, and as you can see, it's successfully demoted and I'm signed out from my editor.com domain. So this basically concludes my access 17.1. For the access 17.2, uh, I'll be uh, I'll be promoting storage one as a second domain controller for my amazon8.com, which is Seneca ID. So for that, so for this, I'll go to my snapshot manager here, and here my snapshot is on progress. As you can see, I'm installing it and it's on a deployment process. So once the installation begin, I can log in from my second domain controller for SenecaID.com. It's almost, you can see it's done on installation process. Now I'll be logging in with my another domain controller for SenecaID.com. Here you can see this is my Seneca ID and this is administrator. So this basically concludes my access 17.2. For the access 17.3, uh, it's basically replicating with Active Directory sites and services. So in this exercise, I'll be replicating Active Directory between two domain controller using the Active Directory sites and services. For that, I'll be using my RWDC VM. On here, I'll go to my snapshot. I'll go to snapshot manager, and here I'll go to 17.3, and when I go to the RWDC one on anti-DDoS settings properties, as you can see, there is a connection between RWDC 109 and the site is corporate. So this basically concludes 17.3 exercise. And for the exercise 17.4, on exercise 17.4, I had to use some rep admin commands. So for that, I did go to the command prompt. And on command prompt, I was using administrator command prompt, as you can see on the top, where I use these several commands. So I'll show you what commands did I use. As you can see, I use the single apd command, and after that I use the repel summary command, and I also use the q command, and there is no error on that. So this basically concludes my exercise 17.4. And for the final part of exercise 17.5, On this exercise, I will be configuring the password replication policies for read-only domain controller RODC. So on here, when I go to the advanced and so this is for the sorry member of yeah. Um, when I go to the properties managed by member of and as you can see there is a allow on the RDC1 and there is a member of the computer one and user one. Sorry for the delay. I was just confused on that part. And now I had like two RODC. So as you can see, I had like two RODC. I had to delete one. Is the instruction says. So I'll go to my last snapshot and last snapshot. And my last snapshot. As you can see, there is only one RODC or one computer, so I've already deleted the another one. So this is basically all for my exercise and lab 17. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, professor.